Something strange has been happening in the swamps of Louisiana. One of the most recognizable faces from swamp people, Willie Edwards, seemed to vanish from the spotlight just as quickly as he entered it. And if you've been watching closely, you might have noticed another name, his grandfather, Junior Edwards, quietly slipping away from the show, then making a surprising return, only to disappear again under heartbreaking circumstances. But what really happened behind the scenes? Why did one of the show's most legendary gator hunting families suddenly fall silent? And what was going on in Willie's life that the cameras didn't catch? The truth is more emotional and more shocking than fans ever expected. And it starts with a story that goes deeper than television ever showed. Before the fame, before the cameras, and long before the internet tried to figure out where he went, Willie Edwards was just another tough kid growing up in the swamp. But for the Edwards family, the bayou wasn't just home. It was survival. Generation after generation, they'd built their lives chasing alligators, trapping, and living off a land that doesn't forgive weakness. When Swamp People premiered in 2010, the world got a front row seat to that life. And right there in the thick of it was a young Willie, alongside his father Junior Edwards and his grandfather. No scripts, no filters, just raw, real danger. The Edwards crew quickly became fan favorites. They weren't flashy or dramatic. They were the kind of men who let their grit do the talking. Willie earned the nickname Little Willie, but nothing about his attitude or skills was small. Even as a teenager, he could handle a boat like a pro, and when it came to hunting gators, he wasn't just along for the ride. He was pulling his weight, day after brutal day. But what fans didn't realize was that behind that stoic presence, a storm was already brewing for the Edwards family, and their time in the spotlight was about to take a dramatic turn. By season 6, something strange happened. The Edwards family, one of the show's strongest teams, suddenly wasn't there. Fans were left confused, and rumors started flying. Did they quit? Were they fired? Was there drama behind the scenes? The truth, as Junior Edwards later revealed, wasn't about money or fame. The show was changing, production was moving in a different direction, and Junior didn't like how things were being run. Instead of fighting for screen time, he walked away, taking his family with him. For years, the swamp felt different without Junior's no-nonsense presence. Fans kept asking the same question. Where's Junior? Where's Willie? Then in 2021, everything shifted. Out of nowhere, Junior returned in season 12, older, a little slower, but still with that sharp swamp hunter mindset. When he showed up, social media lit up. He's back, fans shouted. It felt like a reunion with an old friend. But as we'd later find out, that comeback wasn't just a triumphant return. It was a fleeting moment, because behind the scenes, Junior's health was beginning to slip. And that quiet battle would soon change everything for the Edwards family. For a while, things seemed normal, at least on the surface. Junior was back on the show, Willie was holding his own, and the Edwards name still carried weight in the swamp. But by mid-2025, something started to feel off. Fans noticed that Junior wasn't as active. His screen time had dropped. He looked thinner, slower, a little less like the iron tough man viewers remembered. Then came the post, the one that changed everything. Willie took to Facebook and dropped a message that hit like a gut punch. He asked fans to pray for his grandfather, said he was very sick, and the situation wasn't looking good. That was it. No details, no updates, just silence. And for a family as private and tight-lipped as the Edwards crew, that silence spoke volumes. Behind the scenes, Junior wasn't just battling an illness. He was fighting for his life. And while the world waited, hoping for good news, the swamp was already preparing to say goodbye to one of its legends. On July 26, 2025, the news everyone feared finally hit. Willie Edwards confirmed it with a short, heartbreaking post. His grandfather, Junior Edwards, had passed away. There was no drawn-out message, no public breakdown, just a simple tribute that spoke volumes. Junior Edwards, my grandfather, my partner, my mentor, has left this world. Will never fill the hole he left behind. In that moment, it wasn't just Willie who felt the loss. The entire Swamp People fanbase reacted with shock and grief. Junior wasn't just a cast member. He was a symbol of a fading way of life. Someone who lived off the land, who didn't complain, didn't fake anything, and never played to the cameras. Castmate Ashley "Deadeye" Jones called him a legend. She remembered watching Junior haul massive gators like it was nothing, laughing at danger, and teaching younger hunters how it was really done. She wrote, "You never questioned if he could do it. He just did." It wasn't just the end of a life, it was the end of an era. But for Willie, mourning wasn't an option, not yet, because after losing his grandfather, he still had a legacy to carry. Losing Junior was more than a personal tragedy. It was the second major blow Willie had faced in just a few years. Back in 2018, his younger brother Randy was killed in a car crash. It was sudden, brutal, and left the Edwards family reeling. Willie never spoke much about it publicly, but those who knew him said he changed after that. Quieter, more focused, more driven. Now with his grandfather gone too, it would have been easy for Willie to step away from it all. Walk away from the cameras, fade out like so many others had before him. But that's not what happened. Instead, Willie doubled down. He kept showing up, kept hunting, kept representing the Edwards name with the same grit that made them famous in the first place. Viewers started to notice. This wasn't just little Willie anymore. This was a man shaped by grief, sharpened by the swamp, and determined to keep a legacy alive. Every time he hit the water, every time he tagged a gator, it was more than just another season. It was proof that the Edwards family wasn't gone. Not yet. And that story, his story, was still being written. Today, Willie Edwards is still out there on the water, quiet, focused, and carrying a name that now holds even more weight. Season after season, he shows up with that same steady presence. No flash, no drama, just a man doing what he was born to do. But if you watch closely, you'll see it. The way he glances across the boat like someone's missing. The way he handles the lines, the hooks, the hunt. It's all muscle memory now, passed down from the men who raised him. Willie never tried to reinvent himself for the show. He didn't chase viral moments or try to fill his grandfather's shoes with loud declarations. He just kept doing the work. And in that silence, he earned something even more powerful. Respect. He's not just a character on a reality show anymore. He's the living legacy of a family that helped build swamp people from the ground up. The swamp might have taken his brother. Illness might have taken his grandfather. But nothing, not pain, not loss, not time, could take away what the Edwards name means to that water. And if you think the story ends here, you don't know Willie. Willie Edwards never set out to be famous. He didn't ask for cameras, interviews, or headlines. He just wanted to hunt gators, feed his family, and carry on a tradition that started long before Swamp People ever aired. But fate had other plans. Over the years, he's faced more than his fair share of loss. First his brother, then his grandfather. Two men who helped shape his life, gone far too soon. And yet, somehow, Willie keeps going, quietly holding the line between the past and the future, between the swamp and the screen. Junior Edwards may be gone, but his spirit still lingers in every splash, every tag, every moment that Willie steps into that boat. Because the swamp doesn't forget. And neither do the people who grew up watching this family fight, hustle, and survive against all odds. So what happened to Willie Edwards? He grew up, he stepped up, and he became the man his family needed, even when it hurt. And now, every time the sun rises over that bayou, there's still an Edwards out there, doing what they've always done, because legends don't disappear. They get passed down. If you want more untold stories like this one, hit that subscribe button. There's more to the swamp than gators. Sometimes the real story is the people left behind.